starting off with you, what exactly does an executive producer do?
It would seem that the executive producer finds some money and then pleads with people to come and do more important roles like directing and being an actual line producer and doing all those things which are very important. So I just had to try and find some cash.
My name's Ashley Wing. I'm the director of the FX Home Film Project. Other films that I've done that you may have seen on FX Home are Between the Lines and Hard Day's Night. There's a car, which is really annoying.
We absolutely had to get someone from the FX Home community within that role to make it a worthwhile sort of community project.
I first got involved with the FX Home Film Project about 6 months back when we first brought it up at the premiere of Nightcast in Zurich. That's when it all started to really kick up and we got excited about the idea of doing a project.
Ashley's done great work on the films that he's been making, Between the Lines and Poppies, which isn't out on the website yet. Really sort of emotionally, they can really capture you emotionally, and they're just great films to watch, and we really think that he needed an opportunity to move forward.
Hi, my name's Lucy. I'm the FX Home Operations Manager.
Well, Lucy, who's the new person in FX Home, she's just organisation defined. She's fantastic. She has experience. A lot of it makes us all look very bad. There was no other choice.
Having a production team is a really good support, and you know, it takes a weight off my shoulders and allows me to get more creative. And you know, having a solid team there is important for any film. So the difference between this and my other films is that I'm not going it alone as such.
There's a lot going on at the moment. We've got different strands of activity. Most important one is casting, which is going on at the moment. It's lots of shortlisting and casting appointments being booked, tapes coming in, and those will be settled in about 2 weeks. We're also just finalising premises and nailing down things like lighting, camera equipment, rig equipment, and some of the key crew positions, which hopefully you're going to be involved in.
My name's Ellie Ward and I work at Anglia TV in Norwich in regional news programming as a technical operator, which is a multi-skilled job, and I do lots of different things including editing, camera work, directing, vision mixing, sound ops, a bit of everything really.
Ellie, again, she has experience. She's sort of a director on a live broadcast. She knows when she needs to get things done and knows when to take charge.
Having an AD on board is really helpful because it does take the weight off your shoulders in terms of like having to worry about time and stuff like that. I mean, she'll schedule the film, and you know, that allow me to be more creative and concentrate on things like framing and performance.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to calling action a few times. That's going to be my main moment.
My name's Rob Kinsman and I'm a writer full-time.
I actually met Rob through salsa dancing, which I'm obviously very cool and I do that kind of thing.
I work on a daytime soap opera on BBC One called Doctors. I've been writing for them for about 2 years. And I've also just started writing for Radio 4 as well. So I've got, just recorded an afternoon play last week, which is on in June.
He randomly told me that he writes for a BBC show called Doctors and writes for the radio as well. And yeah, so we said, would you give our script a go? And that's how that went.
Like most writers, a sort of massive sci-fi geek, but you never get a chance to do that because obviously it's expensive, and also because you know there's things on telly where you can do that because all the writers want to do it. They actually tend to go to very experienced writers and stuff, and obviously sort of at my level, it's the soap opera end of things. It's much cheaper, and you know, so it's a real. It's really nice, and it's really sort of liberating to be able to do special effects and do stuff you couldn't normally do. You know, in that I got asked to take out in an episode of Doctors once. They asked me to take out breaking a vase because they thought it would be too expensive and too complicated to film. So it's doing a sort of meteorite strikes and nobody flinching seems a whole new thing. So.
I'm Bennett Maples, and I'm a filmmaker and sound engineer.
Bennett was a friend of Simon and of Lucy, and I've been told by them that he's excellent at sound. I've seen a bit of his work and it seems fantastic, and he obviously knows his stuff back to front. So yeah, he seemed like the perfect candidate.
Well, I had about 10 years experience as a sound engineer, and then, as I say, I retrained and I went to film school. I went to film school in Vancouver and did post-production sound.
My name is Nils Crony, and I'm also known as Rex Rumor from the FX Home community.
Red Hawk is always there. He's a persistent force on FX Home, always helpful, really nice guy. We've met him now in Zurich for Marco's film, and yeah, he seemed like the ideal person to bring a lot of commitment to the project.
Should be very fun, and a fun week for everyone involved.
We're looking for people with the same qualities as everyone else, which is a real commitment to the project, really creative and wanting to drive this thing through, because it's going to be really, really hard work, and just people that love the community and love the software really, and just really want to make something happen. There's going to be more opportunities to get involved after the main shoot than at any other time. We're going to have so much post-production work on this film, not only using our software or things like that, but there's going to be 3D work, there's going to be design work, there's just going to be a multitude of things going up on the website saying please help us. So there's going to be absolutely tons of work for people to do after the film has been shot.
Was it deliberate to have a couple of women keeping all the men under control?
You can't ask me that question! Oh my god!